Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. Bronwyn loses her cool, and Todd rises to defend her. Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Hope you all are enjoying well, so let's begin. The most resonant conversation of this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City isn't among any of the housewives, but among 5 of the men married to them. Hanging in a pool in Palm Springs during a couple's trip, at the invitation of new cast member Bronwyn and her husband, venture capitalist Todd. The husbands chat in the water, while the housewives hang in the hot tub at the other end of the pool. Seth Marks, husband of Meredith Marks, says, "One thing I always say, you judge a straight man by his wife, period." And we crushed it. We all crushed it. Justin Rose, husband of Whitney Rose, hers, employing a football metaphor to compliment their wives. The outkicked our coverage. Todd, in a moment of motherhood, disagrees slightly with Justin, turning that metaphor to praise his fellow husbands. I think they outkicked their coverage. Todd's love for Bronwyn shines through the whole hour, from his agreeing to host this trip to his reaction to the drama that follows. The episode begins with Lisa Barlow and Meredith Marks getting massages at the Stillwell Spa at Snowpine Lodge Resort in Alta. While they sip tea on the balcony, Heather Gay arrives at Lisa's invitation to talk about the disastrous conversation she had with Bronwyn earlier that day, which concluded last week's episode. During the chat, Bronwyn tried to reach some level of truce in her current argument so she could invite Heather to Palm Springs. Heather describes it to Lisa and Meredith as Bronwyn asking her over to tell me I'm a simply person. Heather asks Lisa, "What's your version of your friendship with Bronwyn?" This prompts a flashback, also from the same day, of Bronwyn chatting with Lisa over FaceTime, inviting Lisa on the couple's trip. Bronwyn tells Lisa that she has also invited Whitney and Justin. Lisa is fuming over whether Lisa spread rumors about Whitney's jewelry business and wants to be sure that Lisa and her husband John are over this. Lisa takes offense at this question. "Are you saying basically that John caused this problem?" Whitney and Justin pack for the trip and talk about Justin's lunch conversation last week with John. "I feel like John and I are going to be fine," Justin tells Whitney. The Roses agree though,